Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my songs, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm. They will start this drive with Ford.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Again, they turn to Ford. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They run with Ford. Shoves him aside. He is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. Moore, the man in motion. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 53 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive of the Super Bowl. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Here's Daniels. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19 tight, go!
To throw is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ali. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Here we go. Ready?
Throwing now is Daniels. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 47 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are ready to return to Super Bowl 62 action. Start of the second quarter. Here we go. Jackson able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And Jackson throwing once more. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson, that's complete. It's Elijah Moore. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Daniels looking to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
69, 69. Check.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Offside, defense.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big games.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better start. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf. 62 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Ravens offense back out there. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Now Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. From the gun, Jackson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
Like my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
A short throw caught by Andrews. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. In motion left goes a tight end. Here's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Come on.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's got him in, complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And his pass, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon so the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Williams, 76 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive, Daniels. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Ready, set. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 18-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll go right back to Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. To throw is Jackson. That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jackson now. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Second down and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a handoff running for the middle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
19.
Throwing now is Daniels. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Leo Chanel. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Let's go now.
Here's Daniels. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It's been a fun one through 3. It always is the final quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the 4th and final quarter. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. To throw is Daniels. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. It's Ford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This is Ford. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Moore, the man in motion. They'll try and run the option. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Daniels. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Daniels looking to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Here we go. Here we go.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Ready?
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Sooner or later, we should get a snap, I think. This is now 1st and 25 after another penalty. To the air goes Daniels. That's caught left side by Simmons. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 146 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They go play action now. Jackson under pressure, and they got to him again. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll drop to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do,
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So, obviously, they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. Again, Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
To throw again is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's 4th. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Second and 1 now from the 21. Play action. It's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's caught. for a Ravens touchdown. Elijah Moore, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Ready? Go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, that's the tight end Senate. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Got it. Ready?
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. And he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Ready? Ready?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They did it. The Washington Commanders, Super Bowl champions. And this storied franchise will once again possess the Lombardi Trophy. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
There's Commissioner Goodell set to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Washington Commanders, the champions of Super Bowl 62. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew.
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of rubber that get with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos, while I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands us. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit, deal with it so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all the be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Barriers, they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Bite the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes, you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. Oh, my whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. Do you really wanna party like that? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
Booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now. See now, society's time me release now. Crazy, I'm finna go see now. Big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one. 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will. Got 17 hours to the flight out, only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know you run it up at night. You know I gotta get one life for this. Went through. J. Cole said it's memes and mills, but I'm the king and I just it all. Really wanna wipe me down. I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me than.
bumping up in the jail. On the big low, where you been at? Mine, everywhere I'm working hard. Maybach and G-Wagon truck, got M&M's in my garage. Quick to crank up on the you. Better not get me started. Locked in with the gangsters and players. My folks gon' keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em glow, stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get 'em glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang glow. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow. No competition, these stale. Yeah, glow. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow. Keep running circles around these snails. Yeah, glow. And my bumping up in the jail. On the gang glow. Yeah, glow.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, wrecking that Kenzo. My thing Kindle. I'm beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in a tank. I'ma pull up just to stun. Cat, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 Up in a what you gonna do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mop, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the floor elevator, we face him and Brad. You want deposit the memo, cash. Red light, yellow light, green light, gold. The events, I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend called, want me alone. Got my she's happy at home, and I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. What you gonna do? 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 Up in a stunt.
Put the new 4Gs on the G. I into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my G. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. All this designer on my body got me drip. Hey, straight up out the objects, I'm a big. If I got up, I'ma sip. I run the racks up with my queen like London and Nip. But I got rich on all these, I didn't forget back. I had to go through the struggle, I didn't forget that. I hopped inside of the Maybach and now I can sit back. Deep know me now, cause I got them big racks. Cause I'm getting money now, I know you heard that. Young on the corner, I had to serve. Uncle fronted me some, had to get him back. We came up on dirty money, I gave it a back. Cut off the, then I gave my the new coupe. Either you running. Got a New Orleans, man, that voodoo. And I'm that now, who knew? I put the new 4Gs on the G. I dip into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I'm a guy. it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now can't answer a call cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. I've been waking up to get the money, whoa, whoa. Got it bad, 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 tatted, whoa, whoa. Da Vinci to my toes, 2 twins on both. I put it in new AP, the water like a boat. I was down bad on my, what was you? I know you turned your back on me just to get some wrecks. I seen you swerve back, cause I'm in the black back. New diamonds on me, flash, this ain't Snapchat. Cause I been getting paid. Yellow diamonds on me look like lemonade. Got my baby mama that new Bentayga. Tryna get a dojo like a sensei. Rolls Royce umbrellas when I'm in the rain. I just mind my business. I got brothers that did the time, I ain't kidding. All these rappers just talk about it, I live it. Going up, I ain't got no sky limit. Yeah. I been to the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now can't answer a call cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. I been ballin'. Now why me ball on it? Hey, now why me ball on it? Yeah. Now why me ball on it? Now why me ball on it? Yeah.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more.